This poster will address the results of the first two delivers uh, relating the terms that we are we're studying. Okay. In marketing, there is no much use other the derivatives to be able to make com- comparisons of simple and com- simple and hate in and monetary corrections. For example, in a campaign, you can generate a large amount of traffic, but when you compare it with the effective numbers of sales, this value is not equal. Therefore, the marketer that was to make decisions based on the results of the data. The, uh, the purpose of permission or authorization marketing is to encourage con- consumers to gradually increase the permission grade to companies. This type of marketing would be a way to keep customers loyal and make them develop business, having the advantage that the customer always receive of offers and content regu- regularity. Science innovations is a risk that one was to take to try to overcome overcome compet compet that are in the market. Environmental marketing is evolving into the holistic management process responsible for identify antipa- anti- an- anticipating and satisfying the needs of customers and social in a profitable and sustainable way. That is, companies have begun to recognize that the answers to environmental issues is something that customers, investors, and the others are inter- interested in, eh, in, and that it can provide opportunities for innovations and for expansions of competitive advantages.
Okay, now I'm talking about sales. It is known that sales are very important for a company, and that if it does not sell its products and service, they tend to decline and maybe even end. Therefore, the calculation in sales is not very different from that in marketing, as it will basically study the buyer's profile that relates to the information from the history of graphics and data interpretation. A study carried out by the Financier of Studies and Projects, FINEP, sought that show the relationship between investment in innovation and increased sales. This study aimed to invest in three companies, that is Breskin, Natura, and Embraer. Investments looked. Oh, this. investments took place with these companies and they shared profits and risks. The figure below depicts this. The main benefits from the three companies increases their sales growth but did not increase their net margin, which would be profit. That is, perhaps this would be more profitable if we look it in the long term. POVA 2012 points out that the profit has growth potential as the company retains resource and increase the return on equity. The main benefits from the entrepreneur and manager are greater interest from customers and investors, competitive advantage in the marketing, added value for their products, and among others.
Talking about project management, calculation 1 is used in order to have greater dynamism and in production and less expenses. With it, it's possible to analyze and interpret the data to see which is the best. There are innovation projects, which are projects considered innovative. And their management methodology is a little different. According to TEAD, there are three phases: research, selection, and implementation. The first phase is of innovation, involves detecting signals about the potential for change. The second relates the proposed innovation to improvements in overall business. And the third, analyze whether the innovation is technically possible, if it's a demand and if there is a demand for it. Talking about sustainability, customers are chasing more, not only for sustainable products, but also companies as a whole in their process. They seek a responsible attitude and commitment to the environment. This has influenced science, politics, legislation, and forms of management and planning. As a result, companies have sought to establish forms of management with explicit objectives to control pollution and reduce effluent rates, controlling and minimizing environmental impacts, as well as optimizing the use of natural resources, water, energy, and other inputs. Now, to conclude the presentation, throughout the three deliveries, we understand the PD10 strategy and organization, more specifically in sales, marketing, and project management, can relate to the terms of innovation, sustainability, and calculation 1, and are extremely important for the engineer.
Okay, guys, thank you.